Hello everyone, welcome back to Master English Journey. Today I have an inspiring story for you, a story that will not only help your English, but also touch your heart. This story is called The Bridge of Hope. It's about courage, kindness, and the power of believing in yourself when life feels impossible. There was once a young woman named Maya who lived in a small riverside village. She was 22, full of dreams, but trapped in a life that gave her little room to grow. Her family was poor. Her father had passed away years ago, and her mother worked at a small grocery store. Maya had always dreamed of becoming a civil engineer, someone who builds bridges and roads. But in her village, people laughed at her dream. One neighbor said, "Girls here don't become engineers. You should think about marriage instead." Another added, "Even if you study, who will give you a job?" Maya didn't respond to them. She just smiled and said quietly to herself, "One day, I'll build something that helps people, even if no one believes in me today." Every morning, she walked 10 kilometers to reach the nearest library. There she borrowed books about physics, design, and architecture. At night, under a dim lamp, she studied until her eyes grew tired. Her mother often said, "Maya, take some rest, you're pushing yourself too hard." But Maya would reply with a gentle smile, "Mom, one day, this hard work will build our future." One summer, heavy rain hit the village. The old wooden bridge that connected their town to the nearby city collapsed. People couldn't cross to buy food or reach the hospital. Children couldn't go to school. For weeks, the village was cut off from the rest of the world. Maya saw how people struggled every day, carrying food through dangerous waters. Her heart broke when she saw an old man slip and fall while trying to cross the river. That night, she said to her mother, "Someone has to rebuild that bridge." Her mother sighed. "But who, Maya? The government said they have no funds for months." Maya looked outside the window and said, "Then I'll do it." Her mother was shocked. "Maya, you're just one girl. You don't have money or equipment." But Maya replied softly, "I may not have money, but I have ideas, and I have hope." The next morning, Maya gathered some villagers and said, "If we wait for others to help us, we'll keep suffering. Let's help ourselves. I can design a temporary bridge strong enough for people to cross safely." Some laughed at her. "Do you think you're an engineer already?" one man said. But a few others believed. An old carpenter, Mr. Harris, said, "I've seen your determination, Maya. I'll help." Together, they started collecting bamboo, ropes, and wood from around the village. For weeks, Maya designed and calculated every measurement using the books she had studied. It wasn't easy. Many nights she sat by the river, sketching ideas on paper while mosquitoes buzzed around her. Sometimes the rain destroyed her plans, but she redrew everything from scratch. Finally, after 40 days of hard work, the bridge was ready. It wasn't big or fancy, but it was strong and safe. The villagers watched as Maya and Mr. Harris tested it first. When she reached the other side, people clapped and cheered. A small boy shouted, "Maya built the bridge, Maya did it." Tears filled her eyes. She looked at her mother and whispered, "I told you, Mom, hope is stronger than fear." A few weeks later, a government engineer visited the village. He was surprised to see a bamboo bridge standing firm despite the heavy rains. He asked, "Who designed this?" Everyone pointed to Maya. He looked amazed and said, "This design is intelligent. You've used natural materials with precision. Have you studied engineering?" Maya smiled shyly. "Not officially, sir. I learned from books." The engineer laughed softly and said, "Then you deserve to study it for real. We have a training program for rural engineers. I'll recommend you." Maya couldn't believe what she was hearing. For the first time in her life, her dream was within reach. Months passed. Maya moved to the city and started her training. It was difficult, everything was new, and she often felt lost among city students who spoke fluent English and used advanced technology. Sometimes she sat alone, missing home, thinking, maybe I don't belong here. But then she remembered the bridge, the one she built with her own hands. She whispered to herself, if I could build that, I can survive this. She started improving her English, reading aloud every night, learning new words, and watching educational videos. Slowly, she began to speak confidently. Her classmates were impressed by her dedication. One day, during a presentation, her teacher said, Maya, your project on sustainable bridge design is outstanding. We'd like to present it to the district council. That moment, Maya's heart filled with pride. Years later, Maya returned to her village, not as a dreamer, but as an engineer. This time, she built a real concrete bridge with government support. When the project was completed, everyone in the village gathered for the opening ceremony. The mayor said, this bridge is not just made of concrete and steel, it's made of hope, courage, and one young woman's dream. Maya smiled, standing in front of the crowd. She said, when people said I couldn't do it, I decided to prove that I could. When people said a girl shouldn't dream big, I decided to dream even bigger. This bridge isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who believed that nothing is impossible. The crowd cheered, her mother wiped her tears, and children shouted her name with joy. That day, Maya realized that real strength doesn't come from muscles or money, it comes from belief. Maya's story teaches us 4 important lessons. 1. Dreams don't need permission, they need persistence. 2. When no one believes in you, believe in yourself twice as much. 3. Knowledge is power, even if you learn it from books, never stop studying. 4. Success is not about being the best, but about never giving up. So whenever life feels difficult, remember Maya's bridge. Built not with wealth, but with willpower. And remember, hope can cross any distance. Headphone, thank you for listening to Master English Journey. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and keep learning English with heart. Because every story brings you one step closer to mastering not just English, but life. Dizzy.